Hello, I'm ToNature. I already uploaded my build video in my channel, but I make a new video about my build again because there are some changes. In this video, I will explain in detail what changes to the build and what is required for the build setting. Let's see skill test. I'm using Fri Sat and Blade of Depth together by connecting with Trigger Rune. In addition, there is a rapid shot for single target. Let's look over one by one. I'm using most of amplification runes to increase my DPS. For high attack speed, I'm using the kick attack for these two skills. In case of kick attack speed is very important because it triggers BOD depending on its attack speed. So when you use trigger rune, try to make a high attack speed as much as you can. But as you know, high attack speed also requires high mana cost when you use two skills together. Balance your attack speed if you have a mana problem. Mana Storm is located at the center of 3 runes to amplify damage. Multi-shot is used for increasing damage of rapid shot. It's mandatory. Strike, harmony, and amplify physical projectile damage are used also. Penalties from these runes, such as high mana cost and defending attack speed, can be compensated from gear or Zodiac. I also using Killing Machine here to increase efficiency of mapping because it gives amplification for damage and movement speed. There is no more good amplification rune more, so I input additional physical damage here, but you can use other rune here. Projectile acceleration can be used here to extend the range of Blade of Depth projectiles. Speed of striking is very important. For this rune, it is strongly recommended to use dampen resource cost. Other defensive cell is used depending on your setting. Because I'm using dodge rate for my defense mechanism of my character, I'm using Seal of Dodge now. United Crowd is actually minion scale, but you can get movement speed after Verity Awakening. I'm strongly recommend to use Marker's Plan for your attack enhancement skill because there is really high projectile damage amplification. For enhancement skills, increased duration and time acceleration are essential. As mentioned above, I'm using dodge rate, so I'm using agile movement, but you can use another skill like Siphon Life. I awakened my spreadsheet as origin to get chain count here. However, for the damage, you can also use source option, but I choose convenience for mapping. Rapid shot was awakened as origin to reduce damage dampening. For the BOD, I'm using origin to make that the projectiles are fired in front of my character. The most important things in gears are DPS related options such as critical rate, critical damage, physical damage, and attack speed. In weapons, the critical options are paramount. In the suffix, gear critical rate, critical damage, attack damage are important. And attack damage, physical damage, and speed are mainly used in the prefix. HP absorption is not a bad option as long as the berserker node of the hammer is used. One of the most important things in Artemis is crafting. Notice that the attack damage is more meaningful than element damage including physical damage when crafting on weapons. If the same physical damage is added to the same physical damage as a crafting option, or if the same attack damage is added to the attack damage, the value is very small. But if the physical damage plat is added to the attack damage, it can bring a lot of plat damage. Necklace and rings are also of great help in increasing damage. In particular, the water and fire authority options that can be made as suffix options along with the element damage. In the prefix are one of very meaningful item because they give a significant increase in damage. It is quite difficult to make, so I'm using only one option, but I'm trying to make it continuously. The helmet can increase DPS by combining the enhancement skill rune effect and critical damage from Fri Sat. Spandulus and armors are made for dodge rate, but some options can additionally increase damage by crafting. The shoes have the attack enhancement skill rune effect from Castor Authority. The belt is one of the most important gear. I tried to reduce mana consumption using mana cost minus, mana potion effect, mana potion cooldown recovery speed. In addition, the gloves have mana dampening, and I tried to reduce mana cost by using the mana on hit with physical damage, but the +1 was too small on impact. I'm using damage related options as much as possible. Despite the use of the bow, within a 400 radius critical damage is used because there are many situations monsters are relatively close to my character in mapping or boss battle. There are 4 varied options: attack critical rate, physical damage, two-hand weapon damage, and within a 400 critical damage. I took hammer amplification and rare projectile damage together, and additionally supplemented the lack of elemental resistance with other blessing effect. Here is my Zodiac. You can refer to it anyway. You can change some nodes here as necessary. In this game, armor penetration is quite meaningless, so I didn't give trait point there. You can also go to below line here. There is critical damage taken 100% decrease nodes. It is really good for survivability. In the case of the mastery, when the level is low, it takes only 1 point, so it is distributed so that it can be effective with a small point. In addition, the skills used in this build have less physical damage, so it is important to give a lot of flat damage. And the Spring of Inspiration and Alchemy Mastery is a great help to mana management. Castor's Pika and Leo are used as avatars. I activate Castor Primary for physical damage amplification. Leo gives attack speed and Spigot does flat damage. And here in Ganida, there is enough about critical rate here. You can see some non-critic damage here. Anyway, there is no mana problem for mapping here, because I have a mana on kill option in my necklace. It helps us a lot for mapping.